Live from New York, it's the show that is encouraging you to put on a helmet and buckle up. It's going to be a rough ride.
One shot for me.
For viewers and co-hosts alike. It's First Things First.
Oh,
today's
great to
show.
see you guys today.
Oh, I mean, there's a lot there.
Wow.
5%.
You know, 5%. Nice to be part of that 5%. Patrick, you have one other option. You can let your play do the talking, or you can let me do it for you. But real quick, before we get to it,
I don't think
no, we're
that's
smoking on that Bengals pack. What?
Can you do that?
Violation.
No, I think it's allowed, guys.
I don't want
Smoking
you to
on
get
that Bengals
arrested.
pack today because what we just saw was the most impressive game by the best player we've ever seen in this league. That was his crowning achievement up to this moment. On one damn leg.
He won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, and this was more impressive. On one leg, down his top three receivers against a great defense as underdogs, he delivered again. Third time in his career, he got the ball in the playoffs with less than a minute remaining and drove his team down for either the winning or the tying score. No quarterback in the history of the league has done that more than once. He's done it 3 times in 5 years. He is undeniably the greatest postseason quarterback ever.
Okay.
And, okay.
I mean, this is
what if
going
you
too far.
I mean,
okay, well, hold on. What if
there's
I told
a guy
you,
with 7 rings.
hold on. What if I told you, oh, you're big into the,
yeah.
accumulation
Yeah,
of things.
yeah.
What if I told
I
you,
am.
Brew, he leads all-time NFL history in literally everything.
Oh, I believe it. I
Literally
believe it.
everything. He's the best we've ever seen. And you know what it has made me do? Because I must admit, I don't know if Patrick was talking about me, but I could have been called one of the haters, one of the doubters. Because I unveiled these quarterback rankings last week. Guess what, guys?
Oh, no.
Looks like we need to update them to the correct quarterback rankings. Mahomes on one leg, and then Joe Burrow. So, for the first of many, guys, because all year I've had to hear, oh, Allen, Mahomes, it's Brady Manning. Now, Mahomes, Burrow, it's Brady. No. Mahomes is both Brady and Manning. So it's more of a Tiger versus the field situation. It's Tiger, and then wait, he's Ernie Els, and he's Sergio Garcia, and he's Phil Mickelson. And the consistent thing is Mahomes going to be there. So drop the Mahomes banner.
Here we go.
You can translate it yourself. Mahomes, GOAT, fire, crutch, ring. The greatest ever, on fire, on one leg, a ring on deck. Not on crutches because the bionic man healed himself. But Brew, I know it's a tough day for you, my friend, because you are a lifelong Cincinnatian.
That's true.
Who day all
That is true.
Yeah,
and
I am from Cincinnati.
And Mahomes stole it from you. So go ahead, my friend.
I picked the Bengals, but I love Patrick Mahomes. And I'm going to add to some of the stuff you said. Patrick Mahomes, after that game yesterday, Nick, I'm in awe of 3 things.
Okay.
And Nick Wright is not one of them. I know you probably thought you were one of them. No, you're not. Number 1, Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
All right. Patrick Mahomes, and I watching that game yesterday, even though I picked against him, never made me feel more prouder or certain of all the accolades that I have put on this guy. And people said it was too early.
Yeah.
Jordan-esque. Yeah. The best we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Potential GOAT. He proved it all
speaking my
yesterday.
love language, bro.
And Nick, you remember a week ago when he played with the bad ankle, you asked me, was that his flu game? You wanted me to go there. This was his flu game. And if they win it, if they win the Super Bowl, it might be better.
You have another.
It might be better than the flu game.
Go ahead.
Because last time I checked, the high ankle sprain is worse than the flu. It's bad as
you
the
don't
flu
say,
can-
especially
or
worse
food
than being
poisoning,
hungover from
or
gambling
food
all night.
poisoning or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But this was Isaiah Thomas scoring 25
Damn
points
straight.
in the
Everybody.
third quarter of
Yeah.
the finals game on a bad ankle.
Okay.
Nick, I got to say this. Watching that game, as a guy that picked Cincinnati, every time he touched the ball, I was afraid.
You're damn straight.
Every time he gets the ball. And I have only felt this way about 2 other athletes in the history of American sports. One was Barry Bonds when he hit 73 homers.
Yep.
Every time he stepped to the plate, you felt like,
Guys.
He's going to hit a homer, and I'm surprised when he doesn't. I'm
It's a
serious.
single-season home
and
run
then
record.
Mike, I know, but I was surprised every time he didn't hit a homer. Michael Jordan, if they're down 15 with 6 minutes left, I still thought they're going to come back and win. And with Patrick Mahomes, I felt like every time this guy got the ball, I'm surprised when they don't score at least 3 points, if not 7. The dude is all that, period.
Because are you doubting that, Wildes?
No, but you guys are going overboard. This is the motif of the show. You're taking it too far.
So how's it too far?
I mean, I didn't say he was more impressive than 7 Super Bowl wins, but I'd say he's the best I've ever seen.
We're watching
he's Jordan-esque.
the most talented guy to ever do it, who's not at the peak of his powers because he's injured, who yesterday in the fourth quarter of the AFC Championship game, while Joe Burrow was deciding which do I want to target, T. Higgins or Jamar Chase when I throw my next critical interception, he's throwing to Marcus Kemp, who coming into that game had 24 tackles in his career and 4 catches. He's doing that on one leg in that environment, and we knew he would. With that said, it was not just Mahomes yesterday.
Thank you. I was about to say.
Chris Jones, who I told you 2 months ago could be the Defensive Player of the Year, and one of the many things I've been right about and the Wildes has laughed at me about, but that's fine. He showed you why he could be the Defensive Player of the Year. The rookies that I've been hammering the table saying, I don't care what the season-long rankings are, the team's going to get better when you're playing 6 rookies on defense. You have your top corner go out of the game, and the rookies step up, which is why it was so gratifying for me and my colleagues on the committee when, hand to God, around midnight last night, a text message comes in from the architect of this team, the general manager of the Kansas City Chiefs, who had this T-shirt made up before the game. The committee warned you. I did not send that to him. I had never spoken to Mr. Veach a minute in my life prior to receiving that text and then a FaceTime from him, Eric Stonestreet, and Paul Rudd, which leads me to saying, you know what? Yeah, the other great Kansas Cityans. It was great. Yeah, Harry Truman wanted to be there for that call. But let me tell you, drop the next banner. Because don't say we didn't warn you. Oh, the next banner's not coming, but it will, I promise, at some point. That next banner will say the committee warned you. Because the committee did warn you all year long. Go ahead, Wildes. It'll come at some point.
Yeah. Okay. Stay tuned. It's a great...
Oh, there it is! Don't tell me the committee didn't warn you. The committee told you all year.
Okay, sorry. We spent our banner budget on cigars. Yeah. All right, let's talk about the pivotal play in the fourth. Joesph Ossai pushes Mahomes while out of bounds. 15 yards leads to the game-winning field goal. Here's Ossai flanked by awesome teammate B.J. Hill. Take a listen. All right, Brew, what was your reaction to that play?
I mean, you had to call it. I hated it. You may have even, well, probably not. You didn't hate it. But I hate to see a game in that way. But he did push him out of bounds. And I think, look, I feel this way about every call like this that's on the sideline. There was one earlier in the game, I think, on the Chiefs. It's every instinct in your body is telling you to kind of hit the guy when it's that close to the field of play. You have to learn, look, defensive linemen have learned not to crush quarterbacks and fall on them, you know, or when they're either in the pocket or running. But this is a tough play. Ossai actually played a really good game.
He did.
It's unfortunate. I felt for him. But the complaints, Nick, are about the officiating. And I don't, look, it happens. We've seen it before. But there were some calls. Y'all did benefit from some calls or lacks thereof.
When we had the touchdown taken away from us, or when we had the interception taken away from us?
I'm going to show you a few.
Okay,
we got a few here. First, there was the intentional grounding on the late Bengals call. Samaje Perine is right there.
Okay.
Where's the intentional ground? He's right there.
But they convert
in the center of the field. Right. It did work out for him. But secondly, there was a clip. Sky Moore, great return. Look at the clip. And hitting them in the back. Are you allowed to hit guys in the back?
Give me
that
a break.
block actually sprung Sky Moore.
Stop it.
I'm just saying, as a brother, that's objective.
Okay.
All right? And thirdly, there were holds. Patrick Mahomes, this is an awesome play, but look at the holds.
Man,
I mean, my goodness.
Show me the helmet catch.
I get that you can call holds on a lot of plays, but there are holds all over the place. And that's not to mention Frank Clark did shove, at least once he shoved Joe Burrow after the, like 2 seconds after he got rid of the ball. So I'm just saying that some people out there,
Go ahead. I just want to add this before you go wild.
But hey, Jordan did push off on Brian Russell. It happens. I get it.
The Chiefs had a touchdown taken off the board due to a questionable holding call, and the Chiefs had an interception taken off the board due to a bang-bang DPI, and the Chiefs had the softest taunting penalty of the season when Andrew Wiley did his little tipsy toes thing. So if the refs were trying to rig the game for the Chiefs, they didn't do a great job of it. But go ahead,
Keep that same energy when we talk about LeBron and the Celtics, by the way. Bake that one away. Here's what Ossai said. I want to read it again because it's hard to hear. I've got to know not to get close to the quarterback when he's close to the sideline. And we've talked about this, how Mahomes is one of his little wrinkles in the rules is when he gets close to the sideline, he knows that sometimes he can take advantage.
The greatest quarterback run in playoff history.
So this is the Tennessee play from 2019. He gets close to the sideline, says, you know what? Let me change my mind. And take advantage of this rule. I don't know what you're supposed to do here where he's like, I'm going to go out. Don't worry, guys. No, I'm going to keep going.
Right.
He scores. So I feel bad for Ossai.
Me too.
I thought he played great.
I do.
Really?
Can I make Ossai feel better? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you guys were going to score anyways. That's what I think.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's 8 seconds left, and the Chiefs needed 8 yards to get in field goal range.
I totally agree.
The idea that this was people are treating this as if there were 2 seconds left. And that if he hadn't done that, they wouldn't have been able to kick the field goal.
Agree.
There's 8 seconds left, and we have the most clutch player in the history of the sport. He ran to the sideline. The team couldn't run for more than 1 yard or 2 yards to carry the whole night, except for him on that one play on one ankle. You don't think, and I mean this not you guys, but the generic you, that he was going to find a way to get 6 or 8 or 10 yards on the next play to set up the Butker kick? Of course he was.
And I think
that is where, Brew, I was. Because the one ref thing you didn't mention was that when the do-over on third down.
Right.
I was now I understand why they did it. That was legit, but it still was unfortunate. I was glad the Chiefs didn't score on that drive. They ended up punting from the exact spot as if the do-over hadn't happened. When you said I wasn't happy about this, I wish this hadn't happened because I truly believe once he picks up that first down, they're winning that game either way. And now there's the and I feel terribly for the kid because it wasn't a dirty play.
Right.
He was doing his best. He shouldn't have, and I think they would have let it go.
Push, right.
Yeah, if he would have just bumped him, I think they'd have let it go.
Mahomes did kind of flail around.
But now we have a little more fun things to discuss.
Okay,
so let's get to it.
a lot of trash talk from Cincinnati. This
Sure
Burrowhead thing. It didn't play so well in the Kansas City locker room, and they let everybody know about it afterwards. Take a listen.
Kelsey's the greatest.
Do you think the bulletin board material backfired, Nick?
You're god dog right he did.
It seemed like it.
Hey, where's Joe Mixon? I'm just curious.
Well,
I saw his 2.3 yards per carry. I saw that. I don't know where the big dogs are out. I know, actually, you know what? I do know where Joe Mixon is, or at least where he's going to be. The waiver wire here shortly when the Bengals cut him for cap purposes. Where's Mike Hilton? I know he's not staying at Burrowhead Stadium anymore. I know he sent out a little tweet. He was like, we tried our best. Yeah, you tried your best, and your mouth got your ass kicked because of it. Because I saw Mike Hilton getting penalties. Eli Apple on the back of a milk carton when the refs aren't saying number 20 DPI, number 20 defensive holding. The one guy on the Bengals who knew better was Joe Burrow.
Yep.
The one guy whose name they were invoking, he knew better. You know what? Drop another banner in honor of Mike Hilton. That banner's backwards, but it says Big Dogs of the AFC.
You know what?
Spin it around. Hold on. I think I can show it to you guys. It says Big Dogs of the AFC. I can't spin it around. You know what? The banners, we maybe went over the top with the banners today. The banner budget would be great. You know what? Brew, can we drop one last banner and see if this one works?
Who knows if we can
Drop one last banner because I'm telling you right now, guys, one win away, Brew. One win away.
Oh, we got that one.
From a dynasty. One game away from an undeniable dynasty. And the rest of the conference, in a year that the Chiefs were rebuilding, they won it. And these guys had the audacity, had the unmitigated gall, as you would say, to talk trash on a road game in Arrowhead.
That's great.
I don't know. Seems like they gave the Chiefs the nobody believes in us token that they've never had before.
You know what? When we do this again, or edit that out, just be like, you know what that's going to say? Super Bowl champion.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.